Bet you didn't know that's what this was. Oh, thank you, everybody who is following, showing up. Thank you for coming to watch some video games. Also, I want to thank the people who are supporting through subs and through other means like that, keeping the stream going, and hopefully making it so that I can cover the prices for video games. In general, you know, it has been extremely helpful, so thank you, thank you. Let's go ahead and jump over to the GM reveal for another platformer. The only rule here is that the GMs need to give out a game that's not a platformer. Very easy peasy. Well, you know, I think that one of my favorite people who has given out a lot of platformers, but is being restricted this time, is gonna be Ku5ogrande. So Ku5ogrande, come chat with me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, even a caveman can do it. Can do what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Hello, Ku5ogrande. Are you a grass? That's a good question by chat. Yeah, are you a grass? Oh my gosh, you're so quiet. Why are you so quiet?
Let me check. Where?
Okay, oh, I can turn you up if needed. Okay, talk again. Talk to me.
Is this better?
Oh, that's perfect. That's fantastic.
Perfect. Okay.
You know, Ku5ogrande.
I had to turn it up a little bit.
From a distance, you know. It's okay.
Well,
you're like on the other side of the country from me. It's expected that you'd be a little quieter.
That's true, and I've had to rearrange my mic situation and everything else lately too, so...
Yeah, you're doing great despite that. Oh my gosh, Ku5ogrande, I'm excited for the show on Tuesday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get back to the games that we missed on this previous Tuesday because of Comcast.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
I do have to ask, since today is the last day of GDQ submissions, are you submitting to that?
I don't think so. I don't have anything relatively ready. And, so the stuff that I could pull out on a second's notice, like Daydream and Davy, which would probably actually be a good fit for that, I'm nowhere near playable on right now.
Just submit an older video. There you go.
I might. We'll see.
That's what I did for a lot of stuff. Yeah, I already sent in 4 submissions, and I'm going to record one more after this. But, you know, let's stop talking about us, because we've got a more important thing coming up.
We do.
The game.
It's not a platformer, and it's not RoboCop.
Yeah, I'm going to reveal the picture, and I'm sure some people can figure out what it is here. We just were not able to find any real good
There is no
picture.
box art, and we'll talk about why when we start.
Yeah, so can people tell us what this game is? Please. I need to know.
It is a great screenshot that tells you absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sure people aren't gonna have a clue.
Ghostbusters. Nope.
Nope. Dana knows. I know Dana knows. So, Dana, you're forbidden from, answering. And someone did get it. I do see a TMNT. It is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game for the Commodore 64.
Yeah.
It's not a platform.
We did have Impa Danila got it. It's a Ninja Turtles game. Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah, Daydream Glitterbug got it first, too.
Oh, Daydream Glitterbug, you beat us. But yeah, I'm sorry I ignored you, okay?
And Dana and, was right. It is a game based on the Shoot 'em Up construction kit, otherwise known as Suck.
What?
SEUCK.
This is based off of Suck?
Yeah, I mean...
Those are words that I can never get back, okay? I just want you to
that's
know
true.
I've uttered them.
Yep, that's fine. SEUCK, Shoot 'em Up construction kit.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited about that.
You know, but you might as well just pronounce it suck, because that's what this is.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I believe I have both of the players captured, which is great. We're actually going to start on time.
There's not a lot of sound. Yeah, we might actually start on time. There is not a lot of sound here. You know, everything should be well captured.
Yeah, I did my best. Oh, I heard sounds. That's a lot of sounds for... Is this Atari 2600?
I mean, basic.
What do you mean, basically?
You'll see. So this is a shoot 'em up game, kinda.
It's Commodore 64. Okay.
It's Commodore 64. Yeah.
That's why it's impossible to capture correctly. Okay. That's okay. If things keep changing all over the place during the game, I'll just go ahead and
I think the game is just
it.
Yeah.
Oh no! Swearing intro. I love it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. We're all adults except for the kids.
Pretty much.
If any of you are kids, just look away, because we're gonna kick some shell. I think we're ready. Corndan, what does chat need to spam?
They can spam turtles. They can spam pizza. They can spam, I guess, anything that sucks. They can spam.
Spam your emotes, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, spam. Honestly, like, this game is bad. Right, it's real bad. You'll find out.
Yeah, I learned last night that I'm really bad at NES Ninja Turtles. So,
well, to be fair, that game is real hard. This game is also real hard for no good reason.
My gosh.
So here's the thing. This game is it's technically short. If they ran all of the cheats that are on it, you can beat the game in 3 minutes. I don't know that we'll see it. As you can see, Okami has already died.
Okay.
So it's a one-hit kill. You have 1 life. But we might see a completion. I mean, legitimately, we might see a completion.
Yeah, I suppose you never really know. Some girl and Okami are both extremely good at video games, and honestly...
Right, so... Yeah, and so Glitchwitch and I played this when she came out to visit, and we played for probably like a half an hour and didn't make it past like this first area.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason Okami is having controller issues. Uh-oh. Yeah, welcome to the hardest boss. Controllers sometimes. You know, we've seen this happen on occasion. That doesn't mean Okami is out of it by any means at all.
But like the hitboxes are real weird in this game.
So I love that the whole thing with this is that you're throwing knives. Is this the only turtle you get to play as?
Yeah. So you can either play as Leonardo or Donatello. Leonardo, you stab people, and Donatello, you hit them with your stick.
You still throw the stick?
No. I mean, like, neither one of them you really throw it. There's no real ranged attack. You get a melee attack, and that's it.
Well, everybody, I'm going to turn on some tunes again because this is really quiet.
Yeah. But basically, like, even if you know what you're doing, kind of, some girls kind of figured out you have to take it really slow here. It's still really easy to basically, like, just get owned by everything here.
Yeah, I can believe that for sure.
So, and because it's 1 life, right, on this, like, even if you think you're making progress, you're just going to come back and not make any progress. Right, so about the only thing that, you know, really, like, they're going to know the enemy placement. The enemies do kind of the same thing every time. And so there's some things that they can kind of work out. But there's just some spots where there's just so many projectiles and everything on screen that it's just hard to get by. But at this point in time, honestly, right, a full clear of the game is 3 minutes.
I love it.
Right, there's like 3 stages, and that's it. Right, there's this stage here, right, where you have to go across all of the rooftops. There is a like interior like thing that's pretty easy, and then there's like an exterior roadway, and then all of this, and then you fight Shredder, and you have to do all of that on 1 life.
Oh no, that's not good.
And yeah, and touching an enemy kills you. Getting hit by anything kills you.
So literally everything will send you back to the beginning of the game.
Outside of getting pizza, yes. And you'll know you're getting pizza because it says yum.
Yeah, does it, like, does pizza give you anything?
Points.
Oh. Of course, the points are all that matters. It's important to get points. No, JK, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe you can get extra lives by getting pizza. I like that Okami's doing the pacifist run here. Well, except for that guy who exploded in blood.
I mean, the pacifist route, probably the best way to go. So people are asking, is fall damage a thing? Well, you can't really do fall damage. So if it were a thing, it would just kill you immediately.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Still, I'm really enjoying this. We are not very far into it. Okami has taken a death. Honestly, a lot of this is just going to be going slow, being careful, don't rush, avoid taking damage. Luckily, I don't see any time limit, which means that you can afford to go slow.
You absolutely can. So the crazy thing about this, right, and you know, they did a good job. The author of this game, we're pretty sure it was one guy, because trying to find anything on this is really difficult. All the turtles have, right, they're left-handed, and the attacks reflect that. So where you're thinking, oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna use like line up with like the middle of my turtle, right? You don't.
Oh no.
So it's not good. So yeah, I should apologize to Cadis for this, right? Because one life, you know, with not a lot of projects, Cadis is going to hate us. With the way they're going, we might see a completion. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I imagine we probably will.
How many stages are there?
3, right? So
okay.
there's an interior stage, and then there's another exterior stage where you fight Shredder.
Yeah, I wouldn't honestly even worry about keeping track of progress at this moment, you know?
Like Shredder basically runs around and everything a lot. I expect that even if they do start making it to Shredder, I still expect a lot of deaths there. Like, legitimately, Glitchwitch and I played this together for a half an hour and did not make it past this section.
I love it, Corden. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. You know, players often do better than we expect, though.
Yep.
I mean, considering Okami is possibly to the door here.
So some girl already made it to the door, but literally died at the door.
Oh, there we go. Entered the door and died immediately.
Yeah. So
that's fair.
Oh, nothing about this game is fair. Right. In fact, everything about this game is the exact opposite of fair.
Yeah, I presume so. At the very least, you know, you don't die because you accidentally walk a little bit off one of the platforms, because you can't. Oh, so, I'm just thinking of some nightmare games that I've played where that happens, and especially like the Commodore 64 era, because they could never get the platforms looking right.
Oh yeah. So as far as we can tell, I went digging, right, to try to get as much information about this as possible. This was done, we think, by a guy by the name of Matt Korn. He's a database programmer in the UK, and that as far as I can tell, the only thing he's made from a game standpoint are some of these shoot 'em up kit games.
Okay.
And none of them seem to be pretty good.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to look at Mac Corn, and
I went looking, and there's nothing about him.
I found articles about corn, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like, nothing. Trust me, I checked.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising to find, information, or find out that, this game exists and still have no information about him.
Yeah.
Even like C. Kramer for the Snoopy kind of bootleg type game, aka Snoopy, Johnny, whatever. We could even find a little information about him.
So I think part of the difference is like Snoopy was what like a legit programmed everything C64 game, right? So a lot of these shoot 'em up kit games, would have been stuff done by like kids in their basement who got the shoot 'em up kit, right? For Christmas one year.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of these that have been archived where, right, like the developers aren't actually really like developers. Oh, apparently GameBase 64 has this credited to someone named Chris Yates. Let's see if we can find anything about Chris Yates.
eBay. Oh, wait, GameBase, not eBay. Why did I hear eBay?
Oh, yeah. No, Chris Yates made the shoot 'em up arcade kit, so... But yeah, so there's a whole bunch he definitely made this suck.
He made suck, yeah. Good stuff.
And so it's really interesting to me. I found this. I have a collection of a lot of Commodore 64 games, and this just happened to be in the archive. And so Glitchwitch and I were basically throwing in random games, and we happened about this, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, that sounds like it's going to be awful on Commodore 64, right? Like, you're either going to get a bad conversion of the arcade game, which there actually is. The real TMNT 2 is the arcade game, right? There is a Commodore 64 version, or the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES is also on Commodore 64, and the version's also really bad. But I mean, so as far as you kind of go with like, this is a conversion, it's a well done conversion, but it's a Commodore 64. It just doesn't play out real well. And then there was these two other ones, and I'm like, well, what are these? And we put in the other one and played it for a while. It's also not good. It's also a suck game. And then we put in this one, and it was just so bad. I
love it. What I'm seeing is that there are actually some games out there that look pretty decent made with this, Yeah,
some of them. So the kit itself, I mean, I liken it to Unity now, right? Like, anyone can go get Unity and make a game, right? Some Unity games are really good. Some Unity games are really, really bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh,
so, I mean, this was just an API of the time. It's great.
I just want you to know, by the way, Corn Dan, that I am currently browsing through the Suck Vault. And I can't take any of this seriously, okay?
You can't. It honestly, right, like, if you look at some of the things it does well, right, like the scrolling and everything on this well, I mean, Commodore 64 can do that, but not a lot of Commodore 64 games did. And so, like, this game does some things really well, legitimately, right? Like on the background scrolling and all of that. Like, the AI is not good. The idea of one hit, one kill on everything, right, is not good. Like, all of that is bad. The game itself is terrible, right? As, we're now like 12 and a half minutes in. and all we've made it into is the first area of the second area, because as soon as you like fall in, if you're on the wrong cycle, you die.
I love it.
And it's because what happens is if you come into that room when the guy at the top is shooting, you're gonna get shot.
I found a Mac Corn who shared a link on September 5th about the Commodore 64 collection for the Silver Bird. What? Ooh.
So it's probably that guy, right? And I did some digging on him to tell as best as I can all of this. Right, there's just not a lot of information on sort of programs and stuff he did.
Let me go. I'm just trying to dig into this a little bit. Yeah, he's been doing reviews of various Commodore 64 games, which is pretty cool that he is like still pretty passionate about them. I'm excited.
I agree. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, so I don't, you know, what I feel like is this is something he did early, right? That led him to do a whole bunch of programming and stuff, right? And, you know, led him on the career path he's on. It's just not very good.
Yeah.
So, I right, Jesse Lockhart in chat saying the only good thing that came of the C64 is machine supremacy, Machina supremacy, which is not true. The Impossible Mission on C64 is absolutely amazing, and literally people should legitimately play it because it's awesome.
Okay, I'm messaging Matt. We'll see if I get a response by the end of the...
I love that you're willing to go through that, right, to ask about,
That's right, everybody. I'm willing to use Facebook for you. Oh, crap. Can I edit? Crap. Because I switched the N and the M, I put, like, the abbreviation that I put would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that's not something that's real.
He'll catch on, right, if it fits him.
Okay, has he seen it? No. Okay, I'll hold my breath. Yeah, we'll see how many conspiracy theories we get from Matt, if he does send any, you know. Oh, it's been delivered. He might have seen it. Okay, everybody, we might talk to the dev.
But I mean, honestly, like, the game for what it was, right, you know, I think there's some stuff that went well on it, right, and using the kit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and hold my breath. Yeah, this is
about to go in the door? No.
Oh, like, once you get through that door, it is rough. It's very difficult.
So, and here's the thing, there's like 3 or 4 like stages of like this interior, right, thing that are all kind of the same. So you have to like just keep going up and all that through, right?
It was him. He replied to me.
So
I'm gonna link him to this.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I gotta invite him to come watch us play this game, okay? It's not the greatest game in the world, but this is pretty hilarious. Oh my gosh.
And everyone, be honestly, you're right, you know, like in general, be polite and nice, and not that I expect that you don't.
Oh yeah, like... Yeah.
I mean, he put a lot of work in this. Like, trying to make a game is not easy.
No, like, has anybody ever tried to use RPG Maker? That is rough.
Or click and play.
Yeah.
Or right? Like anything like this.
So if you end up getting anything done, it's pretty impressive. Oh my gosh, Okami managed to get to a road?
Okay, so this is like the last technical area.
Okay. So, Okami of Games made it to the third area. Some girl has made it inside the building, I believe, but not much past that. Oh my gosh, I love the pizza, okay? The pizza, I think it's the only pizza I've seen in the game, you know? It's very tasty.
So there's a whole bunch of them, right, that you can find. Like anything that looks like that, right, is a pizza box.
Okay.
And you just, you know, you grab it and it says yum. So some girl has some extra spawns, and I wonder if some of that is to grabbing the pizza, right? Like there's only so many sprites that you can have on screen.
Yeah. Oh, some girl, I don't, like, that didn't appear close at all, but some girl died. That was a little bit harsh. I don't know.
I want to point out, right, that in Discord, Okami Game just said, Coordinate, I have a secret for you. I'm not happy with you.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know if the dev is currently watching right now, Matt, but, you know, this tournament ends up being generally about games that are a little bit lower quality. And simply put, one person going and making a construction kick game, you know, you usually would expect that things are maybe, I don't know, maybe in the B range, similar to movies, you know, and this is definitely there. It still is fairly solidly programmed, like...
It's super frustrating, it is, but I really enjoyed my time with it. Like, it is not good, you know, from the standpoint, it's not a high production and everything game, but I laughed the whole time I played it.
Yeah, I believe it. Like, it doesn't have to be a masterpiece in order to be fun. You know, I love when you die shell shock.
Yeah, I mean, so there's so many like little things like that, right? That, you know, it could have been better, but I legitimately, you know, I tend not to put games in Ku5ogrande that I don't like.
Yeah, agreed. In general, it's something that stands out to me, something that gets me excited that we have in the tournament. Yeah.
You know, I want something, you know, that I can enjoy, right? Even if I'm enjoying it partly because of its, you know, what it, like, it's, you know, badness or whatever. I'm not going to put in a game I'm not willing to go to bat for.
Oh, yeah.
And even with this, right, like, legitimately, out of the games Glitchwitch and I played that night, I think this was one of the games I had the most fun with.
I can believe that. Like, here's the deal. We have relatively straightforward patterns for the enemies, except the ones coming from the doors, you know, it's a little bit of surprise how they're going to move. It's definitely challenging, and for a short game, you have to make it challenging. Otherwise, you know, people are going to complete it right away. Oh my gosh!
I definitely did try it with invulnerability on, just to see what we would get.
Ooh. Okami dying right before making it to the road, I believe.
So, unfortunately, they're not playing on two-player. Two-player does have a little bit other issues, right? And that it's really easy to soft lock on two players.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so if you're playing two players, you're both playing on the same screen, right? It's not a one dies and the other plays. You both play together, which could be really good for like that middle area. But what ends up happening is if one player's going through like one of those planks and scrolls the screen, right? And it just scrolls the screen with the next player, so you might get caught in a building.
Yeah, that's not fun. Getting caught in a building is usually not going to be the best thing.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, Okami, another death. That was early on. Like, what I love about games like this as well is that you can, especially for race purposes, all it takes is one good push.
Yep.
And odds are, even if you do die, it's like 2 or 3 minutes to get back into this. It does not take very long at all. Go ahead.
It's literally like 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I think, is something like that. Like all it takes, right? In theory, that you could run all the way through. Now with all the guys on screen shooting at you, you have to avoid. I mean, we're still talking probably like 5 minutes. So,
Yeah.
All the way up until like 55 minutes, either, it doesn't matter how bad you're doing now, right? At like 55 minutes, right? Either person could still win, which is pretty good.
Yes. Now, Okami definitely has made the most progress here. Some girl's
consistently making it up to that last door.
Yeah.
Right, where she's been having some problems is when the guys spawn. So I think one of the things that Okami's been doing that's been helping him, that some girl is not, is Okami's avoiding killing as many people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And what that's doing, right, and pickups and everything, is that they're not spawning some of the other stuff, like by avoiding all the stuff early on, right, and the pizza and everything, one of the green guys doesn't spawn, right, which makes that whole area safer.
I love when sprite limits actually help you out. So good.
Yeah, so I think Okami's actually caught on to that.
Oh! Some girl's so close, but unfortunately not able to get through that room. Like, I feel like killing 1 or 2 of the guys in there might be worth it.
Yeah, but it's really difficult. They move kind of quick, right? And the problem is, as you get to where you want to go, like the time you have to dodge shots basically goes down because your distance goes way down. So it's really difficult, right, to manage that well. And you can see Okami even trying to do it too, but those guys pop out when you're right there. Guess what? Nothing. This is just what happens.
By the way, I'm talking to the dev, and he said he popped in and looked and said, "I don't think that's my game." So we don't know if we're talking to the dev here. In that case, we can say, "Wow, this game has problems." Oh my gosh, I love it. I just love it. It's so good.
Well, and this game was made in 1990. Who knows? Right? We're talking something that this game is literally 30 years old.
Oh yeah.
So maybe he did it, maybe not.
Oh my gosh, there is a different TMNT game that he has listed on his page, and like
so there is another one, and it is decidedly different.
Yeah, that definitely looks like the... Okay, so we can bash on this one as much as we want. No, that's not nice. That's not nice.
Yeah, and so now we're literally at the point that we have no idea who made this.
Yeah,
right? And
a mystery person.
Yeah. And in fact, right, you could give this to Blasphemous Roar, right, and it would be a mystery person in a mystery tournament.
I love this. This is so funny.
Right, the game is real bad, but there's some sort of weird charm about it, right, that I kind of enjoy.
No, I do enjoy this. I love that screen especially.
Right, I just love the, all of the, like, surprise you're dead, right, because at this point in time, like, you can't be mad at it. You're basically literally like fighting the game. Like there's no skill in some of these deaths. Like you just caught a bad cycle, and no matter what you do, you die.
Yeah. From what I can see, by the way, the one made by Matt Korn actually has boss fights throughout, and various characters. So that's good to know. That's Matt's version. It sounds like it may have gotten a little bit more work on it than this one did.
Well, yes. I do appreciate that if Matt did this, and obviously he doesn't remember. I do appreciate that he just disowns it like I don't know. And
yeah,
Time Wonder, you're right.
Matt's
you can
also
be mad
saying
at the
this
game.
has too much blood for his tastes.
Okay.
Okay, so not my game, too much blood. I mean, yeah, considering that all the enemies are exploding, it only makes sense. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was popular enough that, it would be like the bootleg Five Nights at Freddy's games that came out, Everybody was doing it. Everybody was making them. I mean, I've played so many bootleg superhero games on the old systems that it's not a surprise. This wouldn't be bootleg per se, using the construction kit and all. But yeah, definitely is something that, someone threw together because they thought it would be fun to have a turtle running around in this kind of system. Oh my gosh, RPG Maker has to have tons of fan games as well. Like, I've never actually played any of them.
Like, I bet there's a bunch of really awful RPG Maker games out there.
Let's see. Yeah, so Matt's saying that his Ninja Turtles, not the faker that we see on this screen, his Ninja Turtles, you started in the sewers, you had to rescue April, Splinter, and the other two turtles. So, yeah, you only played as one or the other turtle, so just sort of similar to this, except I believe one of them is Raphael.
It's Raphael and Leonardo. And Glitchwitch and I played that one too.
He's now giving me game recommendations from things that he made.
Whatever,
apparently a game called Invade Iraq is something that I should put at the top of my list. Oh, well, that could get
does he realize what we do?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, he's like, well, it sounds like my game would be perfect for your show.
Okay, I'll be honest. My favorite thing on some of these developers, right, are the developers who have that sort of like insight, right, on that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I think most people are self-aware enough that they know that, when they've made something that's not a masterpiece. And, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to be able to hear people be critical of games, but we embrace the lower quality stuff. We love it here.
Right. It reminds me of when we told the developers of Gordo 106 that this was on Ku5ogrande.
By the way, yeah, Matt is saying that he was 14 when he made the games that are on Commodore 64.
All right, that's awesome. Right, so he was 14, right, in 1990-ish, right? Like, legitimately, that's pretty damn cool. Yes, this absolutely reminds me of, right, Max, the Schaefer brothers, and David Brevik, when we told them that Gordo 106 was on Ku5ogrande, and they told us to go check out their second game because it should also be on Ku5ogrande.
I don't think we've had it on here yet, have we?
We haven't. It's a hard. I've played a little bit of it. It's hard to get fighting games on Ku5ogrande and be able to track that pretty well. So yeah, for reference, the guys who made Diablo made the Justice League fighting game for the Genesis.
They did.
That was their second game. Their first game was Gordo 106, and they went, from the success of Gordo 106 to making that, and then after those two games, they made Diablo.
I mean, we've had Balls 3D. We can always think about it. We can figure it out. Shrek the Fairy Tale Breakdown? Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
Eh.
So I can appreciate any developer that, you know, what I can really appreciate that those guys showed up to talk about Gordo 106 when we had it in BBG, but, you know, that's self-aware enough, like, not only is this game bad, but check out our other bad games.
No, I think it's fantastic to, like, see a project finish that, you know, of the very first game that you're going to make, the very first story you write, the very first piece of art that you do, it's going to be flawed, and that is okay. That's not a problem at all. You know, sort of embrace it, run with it. Be okay putting out a project that isn't completely perfect, because, you know, even the devs who put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into a game rarely end up with something like Stardew Valley, you know? Yeah, and the person who did Stardew Valley, I don't know, Miracle Worker right there, or Cave Story even, you know? Those are the very rare examples, but we like to focus on those and be like, yeah, single-person devs can do this.
And that's true, they can, right? And single-person devs do a lot of things, right? And small dev teams can do some great things, and there's a lot of things out there that are still real bad, too. You know, yeah, the comments in chat. Howard Scott Warshaw made Yard's Revenge, one of the best 2600 games by himself. And then E.T., which honestly gets more hate than it deserves. Yeah, he had, it was 6 weeks, guys, that did that ET, right? And so he turned out a fully working game in 6 weeks without a whole lot of knowledge of the movie, because they didn't really tell him, and put out a game that worked. And then Atari made more physical copies of the game than consoles that had ever been made, because they were figuring people would buy more consoles because ET.
Yeah. Corndan, I'm still of the opinion that E.T. isn't, like, on its own necessarily a bad game. It's a very bad E.T. game because people were hoping something a little bit, tiny bit closer to the story.
I agree with you.
Yeah. And honestly, you know, if they cleared up some of the graphics and made it easier to tell what was going on, it would have been fine. But that's a game you cannot play without a manual. Same with Superman for Atari 2600, which I am actually going to probably try to record a video and submit to GDQ. Because I mean, that game's a mess.
The game that for me is the biggest mess for the 2600, right, that should have been better than it is, was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh yeah, but it's still really cool. It's amazing, and it's it's bad but amazing.
It reached for the stars and, like, jumped about 1.5 feet.
But still, like, if you had a manual, you would be able to get through that.
Yes.
Because it has the information that you need there. I don't think Raiders... Yeah, Superman for Atari 2600, same case. If you're watching it, or if you're playing it, you have no idea what's going on until you sit down and read the manual, and then it's like suddenly everything makes sense. And there were a lot of games at the time. You know, this game is very straightforward because it's a shooter. You kill the guys with the guns.
Which is why I felt it was perfect for today. It is the most platformy, not platformer you can come up with. Like, you hear Teenage Mutant Turtles, oh yeah, that's going to be a platformer game, right? Instead, you get something that's super simple, right? Do this thing, and you know, attack all the people, and then you're good.
I love the guy who hides in the doorway and just pops his head out. He's like, yeah, I'm not coming out there. There's a turtle.
That guy knows what's up.
Yeah, I agree with him. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Oh God, he just killed him. Oh God, come on. Oh, Kami's outside. Okay, we're seeing progress here. Lots of mud. Oh my gosh, how do you even deal with a truck? How do you deal with the motorcycles?
You avoid them.
Okay.
And the same with the truck, right? Just like...
They're so fast, not the truck. Oh, no! Ogami!
Yeah, there's... So, the chance at saying if it took 2 or 3 hits to die, this could be called a good game. If it took 2 or 3 hits to die, this game would not be in Ku5ogrande.
Yeah, and it would also be a lot shorter.
Yeah, it'd be very short.
Yeah, you know, I'm still a big fan of bite-sized games that can be completed quickly but have an incredible amount of difficulty. It's I think that's completely okay to do, and that honestly, especially people who are just starting with games, it's fine to make something that's bite-sized. You do not have to make the next Elder Scrolls. Okay, I'm looking at you, chat. Don't make the next Elder Scrolls. Maybe make just one scroll, maybe half a scroll.
Oh, so some girl might be making it here to the pavement real soon.
Oh, but unfortunately dying before getting there. That was really close, though.
Yeah, and this is like that's like the last area before the pavement.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and, you know, make an excerpt from a single Elder Scroll. Okay, you're allowed to do that. You don't have to make the most complicated thing.
I've already done that. It's called The End, and all you have to do is not play it, and you win.
Well, I haven't played it.
Well, good, you win.
What happens if you do play it?
I don't know, because there's no physical anything. You can pay me $20 and find out, though.
I'm not going to give you $20 for a game that doesn't exist, Corndan. I've already done that too many times in my life.
I was going to say, somebody would.
They keep getting me, Corndan. They keep getting me. I also bought all these magnets. Wearing them on my wrists, on my legs. I don't know. Alex Chu said they were going to work. I don't feel anything.
Who's Alex Chu?
The magnet guy.
So the only thing I think I know I have heard him before in regards is to like some sort of other like product that's supposed to make you like fantastic or gorgeous or something, and it doesn't work.
I'm already beautiful.
I think it's the same guy. I love 40 minutes in, and we're finally starting to see some really consistent on both sides plays into the green room.
Oh my gosh. So apparently I got the ones with bad electromagnetic waves, and I need to buy the ones with the good waves.
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, okay. This is what you get for buying things off the internet, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some girl, all you gotta do is go up.
Hey, I live in the land of essential oils, okay? Trust me, if it's essential in your life, we can make an oil out of it.
So there's magnet oil around.
Magnet oil. Oh yeah, just rub that magnet oil all over. No, but seriously, like some places have had some pretty nasty lawsuits here in Utah for like promising that people would cure cancer with their essential oils. It's like, nope, can't do that. Can't advertise that. It's not true. Can't do it. Yeah. Lady Amygdala, here in Utah, there are so many people who got sucked into the essential oil business. So many people still buy them. Essentially, you know, I'm trying to think. For younger people, they're like, oh, grandma, or oh, mom, you're dumb buying the essential oils because they do nothing. You know, it's something that is fascinating to see with generational differences that, like, millennials completely got caught up in the essential oil business here. But then again, Utah is really good at turning people into salespeople. That's just what we do, okay? Yeah. If you want a salesperson and they're from Utah, hire, because they don't even care what they're selling. They'll sell it. Yeah, like if you buy oils that smell nice, then great, you've got smelly oil. You got what you wanted. Like, if you want, like, fish oil, and you want to smell like a fish, congrats, you smell like a fish. It's great.
Oil probably smells less like fish than fish sauce does.
But fish sauce isn't made of fish, Corndan.
Actually, it is.
Oh. Well, okay, never mind then. I stand corrected.
It's like compressed fermented anchovies.
But there are other sauces, like, what do they call it? There are other sauces that are made that, like, are called... I can't remember what they're called. Like, they sound like there's something gross, but no, they're meant to be used for, like, oyster sauce, I think. That's not made of oysters. Or, like...
Oh, they kind of taste like oysters.
Or, like, eel sauce.
Yeah, oysters, I think... Oyster sauce, I think, is actually oysters. But it's fine.
Worcester sauce. That's not made of Worcester.
Well,
yeah.
That is true.
See? Trying to educate you. Where'd the music
Alpha
go?
5, is somebody winning, or is this all the same? Technically, Okami is winning right now.
I think YouTube's just being dumb right now. Like usual, thank you, YouTube, for deciding that we don't get any more music. There we go.
Well, I mean, I haven't had any music in this whole thing. All I've had is the sounds of the myriad of Okami deaths.
I don't know why. That just makes me happy. Like, okay,
Okami... it makes me real happy.
Okami is hilarious to me because, like, every once in a while... like, I feel like if... How do I put this in a nice way? I want to bully him. He's very bullyable, like, but in a friendly way, you know? But it's also because he rubs Orb 3D in my face, like, every day.
Like, Okami has made a point that, you know, going through about how I couldn't give him a game that would make him mad. Right? Oh, he plays Orb 3D. It's not going to be a problem.
You only give good games in this tournament. My name's Okami, and I want you to bully me. Yeah, see?
So, you know, I take it a challenge. If I'm stuck with Okami, like, what can I find that meets, you know, especially in the brackets, what meets the, you know, the letter of whatever the round is, and is the worst trash I can come up with, that's still definitely something I'm willing to go to bat for. And then that's what I'm going to give out. And if I can get Okami to yell at me, I've done my job.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I feel like a few people, like, really make it known that they want us to punish them. And Okami is definitely one of those. And hey, I'm glad that you're doing it with this game.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Some Girl is kind of one of the accidental casualties in this, but, you know,
Some Girl is so hard normally to find games for because she plays so many like a whole myriad of like bad games.
Oh yeah.
Right, that like she is so hard to pick games for that you might as well just start off with the games that are like obscure and probably like a nuke.
So
because that's about what it's going to have to take anyway.
Maybe Okami was a side casualty from Some Girl then? Because Some Girl, you just have to start with the nukes.
What I'm saying is, when I got the two of them and went, I had another game I wanted to give out because it would be funny. Right? And when Okami vetoed that immediately, I went to the game I knew nobody had played before.
Nice. Well, good. That's what I like to hear.
And I didn't necessarily want to start with this because I actually want to give out the other game because I think it's funny. Right, and I hate it so much. It does some things well, and I hate it so much.
Okay.
And I'm willing to go to bat for it. And there are multiple people I could bring in to talk with me who would rage over the exact same thing I would rage over.
Okay.
But that didn't happen. So we will see that game. So I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want people going to go play it. But we'll definitely see it. Now I know you know what that game is.
I mean, probably. I can't remember, right?
I mean, I definitely messaged you about it.
Yeah.
And we can definitely say one part of that game, if you don't have the manual, and of course I'm not going to give you that manual.
Thank you.
Right. It took me over an hour to make progress in.
Over an hour. Wow, that's amazing.
And it's super trivial if you had the manual. If you had the manual, you'd be able to do it mostly no problem.
I love it. I really love obtuse games. Like, okay, I've been talking about Superman for Atari 2600 a lot because I've been playing it recently. And simply put, without the manual, it is like a fever dream. And I don't know, there's something that I love about that, about jumping into a game and knowing that I'm doing something, but not knowing what or why.
You know what? Like that sense of discovery, like once you've figure out what the mechanics are, like I love taking an approach to playing games I've never played before, like, you just rented it and it didn't come with a manual, or you're at a friend's house or grandma's house or whatever, and they happen to have this one particular game, right?
Yeah.
And so you're playing it without any foreknowledge because why would you have any of that? And so like that sense of discovery when you understand what the mechanics are, what all that, like, it's really neat, right? And it's really gratifying, especially after you fail for an hour, to be like, oh, that's how that works?
Yeah. But then there are times that you're like, this is so dumb, and that it's more of a frustrating thing than a happy feeling. I don't know.
Like, wait, that's what they wanted me to do, really?
Yeah, let me just say that La Mulana has both of those.
Yes.
Things that you feel really accomplished once you figure out, and things that you're like, this is incredibly dumb. I
actually had to stop.
Do that.
I actually had to stop playing La Mulana right over the second part. Like, you want me to do what? Right, like that's, and between that and the absolute just frustration I had over, like, even the things that were kind of clever to figure out. Nope, I can't do it. And I know I can't do it, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. I've gotten to the point in La Mulana where, in general, some of the puzzles are so incredibly dumb that I don't feel bad looking up one or two solutions there.
Oh, I think we're gonna see
some girl. You're almost there.
You're almost there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Watch out! The motorcycles. But still, that was progress.
That is progress. Okami is farther, but that was real good progress.
Yeah, always be proud of progress, even if it's not as much as you necessarily want. A little bit of progress still is significant, and some girl doesn't know how far she is behind Okami.
I can't wait until we get them in chat and they find out it's a 3-minute game.
They're gonna yell at you so much.
Oh, so much.
I don't know if some girl would yell. She's too nice, but Okami, I don't know.
Okami's gonna yell.
Yeah, and then we'll say he deserved it. Because he did.
Pretty much.
I don't know what he did recently to deserve it, but he did something. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I think both of them will be like, that was kind of fun. It's got plenty of problems, but it's kind of fun.
There are things going for it.
Like the rapid fire knives.
So they have to spam that. That is not a hold down a button and it does that.
Are you serious? They're spamming?
Yeah.
Oh, they are going to be so angry at you. I would be angry.
You have to hit that every single time. At least I'm pretty sure you do. I did. Let's find out.
Yeah, open it up. Check it out, Corn Dad. Because if that's true...
yeah, it's totally true.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. That's why they're not shooting all the time. Because I totally would be. Yeah, in general, I think that especially there are some people who do have some wrist issues. I know that there was a good amount of time where, like, for 3 or 4 months that pressing buttons kind of hurt. Like, honestly, we don't want to hurt people. So if there is a game with a lot of, or that appears it's going to spam a lot, and they want to enable turbo, we can always negotiate that. And
to be fair, right, I think both of them have done a very interesting job, right, of managing the sprites here at the end.
Girl, the strats.
Let's see if it works.
Walk down the sidewalk. This is great.
That legitimately might be progress.
I think some girl might pass Okami right here. Oh, the motorcycle tried to get her, but did not. Oh my god.
Now, when we get to the building, there's a building to get to. Like, this is definitely progress.
It has to be. Some girl, you're going the correct direction. Keep going. Keep going. I think you're going the right way.
You can only go
That
up.
is 100% some progress. Is this a boss?
Is it boss? Yeah, still Kraid?
Oh, I thought it might be Shredder. Like, I don't know.
Oh no, Shredder's coming.
The boss got stuck! Turned into a butt? I don't know. I don't understand what's going on in this. Okay, let's see if some girl can get into the building. I'm betting she's gonna have to walk down and up a little bit just to get the screen to scroll.
Yeah, you have to.
Just
like, this has gotta be stressful. Like, those guys just like shooting like that.
Oh no, Shredder! Oh my gosh, he's so good!
Like, look at that! You have to fight that! So Shredder is the final boss. You can probably kind of get him stuck too.
Oh no, now I feel bad. I've been joking about Okami all this time. But that's because I thought he was gonna win. Now I gotta take it all back. I gotta take it all back.
Like, but we actually, I mean, we said like this whole time, right? This game is so short that it could go to anybody, right? Up until probably like the last 3 minutes. And we just proved it.
Yeah, basically Okami has to beat the game in order to win this match.
Yeah. The ending scene is interesting because I don't know if that's really a real ending scene, like, but you run into the other turtles and it's like, we need to go, and then the game like hard locks.
That's an ending for me. That's good enough.
Like, I think you can move around. If you hit the other controller, you can actually spawn the other turtle.
Oh, Okami! There's still enough time. But you gotta hustle and bustle. Like, this game is not long. Okami running right into this, like, as quickly as possible. Good. This is how you play. Gotta play to win, you know? And never give up. Don't take time, especially this close, when you know you have to go basically as fast as possible for a chance to get back to where you were.
And Okami doesn't know.
He doesn't know where some girl made it, but he knows that some girl could have passed him, and knowing that should be enough incentive to drive you back to make at least a little tiny bit of tangible progress, you know? Like, Okami at this point doesn't know that he needs to beat the game, but he still could. It technically could happen.
Okami has the better strat inside the apartment.
Yeah, just
whatever building.
Oh my gosh, outside, walk on the sidewalk. Okami is on the sidewalk. Oh, this is good. This is very hopeful. Okami might be able to make it to Shredder.
But he's gonna have to beat Shredder.
But still, making it there would be a good step. Yeah, I don't think Kraid is gonna be too hard. Kraid's like, I don't know, you throw things at him and then he dies. My gosh. Potentially, we could have a last-minute lead change. Potentially, not for sure. Oh, there we go. Okami has not seen this boss. If Okami dies, that is it. Don't get greedy. And, okay, boss is stuck at the top right. Good. That's definitely the way to beat this guy. Kraid will hopefully die. Come on, come on. There we go. Turn into the butt balloon and flies. Well, doesn't really fly anywhere.
I think whatever happens, right, this is going to be sorted in the next 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Shredder time. Can you dodge Shredder? No! Whatever. I'm calling it. That's time. Nobody's getting back there.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh my gosh. This was exciting. Yeah, we're given 1 minute of mercy to the players. I wonder what the call is going to be. Did any hits land? Is that something that we can even measure? I don't know.
I didn't see a hit on either side.
Yeah, Kate says that he is going to do a video review, so we'll definitely be waiting to see what happens. Yeah,
no, we can always bring them in here.
I'm gonna invite. Come join General Voice, please. I'm actually really happy about how this went. This was a lot of fun to watch. Hello there, some girl.
Hello.
Hello, Okami.
Hey, Corndan, did you know you're in trouble?
Why is he in trouble?
This game was not fun.
You're always making a point that I could never give you a game that you didn't like and would be terrible.
Yeah, why do people always give me good games?
Yeah.
In fairness, part of my hatred for this game may have come from not really knowing C64 games, so maybe this is a pretty average C64 game.
No, it's not. It's
this is bad. Honestly, the only thing that I thought was really, really bad was if sometimes you just walk through the door and die. Like a bullet just spawns on top of you and there's literally nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that happened to you as well?
Oh, so many times. It was
oh, yeah, okay. I'm glad I'm not alone there.
Yeah, some girl, by the way, did make it to Shredder, I think with about 5 minutes left in the match.
Yeah.
Okami made it there in the last 2 minutes.
My last attempt.
Yeah.
And from there, we don't know what happened yet.
So, yeah, it depends. Is landing a hit going to be any measurable progress at all? Did, who landed hits, this is why we have a referee to decide any of these really difficult calls.
Although I might have been able to figure it out given a few more attempts.
I realized
how are you supposed to dodge him? He moves so fast.
I had a strat if I got back there, which is I was going to stand on the ladder and see if he stopped moving.
So apparently he does.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Every enemy in the game did, so that was my strat if I got back there, but I just kept dying to stupid hitboxes, couldn't get back there.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it goes, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure if I hit the boss at all, because who knows if you hit anything in this game?
Well, bring him to GG as well, because we don't know who won currently. Sounds like, right now it sounds like you won, but I don't think we have confirmation on that yet, because sounds like we both basically...
Basically, some girl won pending review. is what I would say, and we are getting a review on that. Seriously, this was so much fun to watch, especially the end, since, you know, both of you started making progress.
Yeah.
Some girl, you were behind like the entire time until like 5 minutes left, and then
I figured.
oh my gosh.
You have no idea how mad I was when I got back to the highway and started doing the walk on the side strat, because
Was this supposed to be like stop spawning enemies?
Yeah, the right-hand side spawn. The enemies spawn there and they'll kill you.
Yeah, I was on the left side.
I got there a handful. I think I overall got to the highway like 4 times throughout the match because I kept getting stuck in the building area. Like when you're indoors, I just kept getting stuck there. I just kept taking deaths there, and the random death caused by I think. Oh, I want to say, like, I took at least 1 death going to the next area between going from the first area to the building and going from the building to the highway. I'm pretty sure I took 1 death in both those cases to what seemed like nothing.
I'm pretty sure what it was is that depending on where the downward shooting guys were in their cycle, it would just like assume that it had already shot and spawned the bullet on top of you. Like that's what it felt like.
Maybe I don't know.
Or maybe an enemy was just spawning on top of me. I don't know. The enemies were so random.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
We tried looking up information on this game and it doesn't really exist.
So yeah, Cadis has confirmed. Cadis has confirmed some girl is taking the victory. Referee call there.
Wow.
Because it's really not possible to tell if either of you dealt damage to the boss.
Well, GG, that was
GG.
super close.
I'm gonna be mad about that all day, but GG nonetheless.
Look, it was by decision. You can't get closer than that.
Yeah, that's true. Especially since it sounds like both of our last runs were like both of our best runs were like right at the end of the match.
Oh
In
yeah.
the last 5 minutes.
I loved, like, this was absolutely a thrilling watch, especially towards the end. Oh, okay, well, I think that the lucky thing, though, is that neither of you are eliminated, since this was a winner's bracket match. Okami, you'll be going down to the loser's bracket, but honestly, you survived so much stuff in the past. I don't doubt you're gonna be one of the strong contenders down there, so best of luck.
I don't know if I call that a blessing.
No, it's a blessing because you get to play more games. It's like the best thing you can ask for.
There's a non-zero chance I'm gonna have to fight Jean again, so...
Oh no! Oh my gosh, Genie always scares me. But
again?
That's me personally. I don't know why, but I'm intimidated by how well Genie plays.
Well, I think they have to win
by everyone in this
I
bracket.
think they have to win their first match, though, in loser's bracket before we even think about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see.
The downside is you'll have another not a platformer game, and there's more of these.
Well, okay, we're not gonna give you another Ninja Turtles Commodore 64 game, or will we?
I don't think you can promise that.
It'll probably be worse instead.
Yeah, we found a dev who made one of these on the same platform in the same program, just it was a different Ninja Turtles game. So yeah, we were talking to him during the match because we thought that he developed this one, but he didn't.
Interesting.
Okay, it was a weird match. Okay, I really had fun though. Thank you.
I had fun too, actually.
Anything else from both of you?
I can breathe again.
Oh, good.
Oh, you too.
That's so tense because it's like one wrong move and you're starting the entire game over.
Yeah,
like,
one hit, one life.
Oh,
pretty much
all
runs
3
go by
minutes
in,
of the game. Ooh.
Yeah, pretty much runs go by in like a minute on average.
Was there anything after Shredder?
Nope. He's the last boss.
Yeah,
So after you defeat
makes sense.
Shredder, it gets to a screen. The other 2 turtles are there, and they're like, "Come on, let's go!" And then it hard locks.
Wow.
That doesn't even loop.
Nope, doesn't even loop.
Nice.
Commodore 64, everybody.
Well, I mean, you guys could find out. You could turn on invincibility and go play through the game in like 2.5 minutes.
I mean, you could. Yeah.
In theory, yes.
Yeah, it's not a very long game. Well, I think we are going to move on. So thank you, Some Girl. Thank you, Okami. And thank you, Corn Dan. All of you take care, all right?
You too. Thanks for having me.
Good luck, some girl. I know you've got a gauntlet coming up now.
Good luck to you too.
Oh, we've been getting states for that.
I might need to send you a few.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Had a little practice with gauntlets, the GDQ thing, but we'll see.
Yeah, so you're already warmed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's good prep. It's a little bit longer what we do, an hour instead of half an hour, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, bye!
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Well, everybody, this is Ku5ogrande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. We have one more match coming up. It is also going to be a non-platformer, not another platformer, round 2 for the winner's bracket. See you in 1 minute after this ad while I do a little bit of setup. Oh my gosh. Everybody, I'm so happy. Yeah, I know a few of you can hear me, and hello to those who can. I had a lot of fun making the little bot for shuffling games, the BizHawk shuffler. I'm going to be working on that throughout this week. I hope to make a version as well that will let you do it without Twitch chat. As well as more or less set a randomizer seed depending on how many games you have so that you can race people in the game list that you all made. So that is sort of what I'm hoping. That's my current project that I'll probably be working on this week.